Hey everybody, it is Amy and Drew. We are back with you this week. Last week we made a big announcement. We talked about the SecureGive Church Apps that we've just launched. So we have a lot more to tell you. You're going to probably see some emails come through. We have a big event that's happening on September 8th at 2 p.m. So make sure you register for that. But we wanted to take a moment and talk about what it looks like if you already have a church app and how simple and easy it is to transition over to the SecureGive Church app. So Drew's going to share a little bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. So Amy's right. We've taken into consideration what it would require for a church to a current provider giving them the custom church app. They wanted to use the SecureGive Church app. How do they do it? So real practically, there's three things that we will do with you along the way. Most of you probably have gone through the experience of registering like an Apple developer account and some of that. If you haven't, we will walk you through the whole thing. But being that piece is done for a lot of churches, it will actually make this a very fast transition for them. So what we will do is we will provide you with an environment that you can go in and you can see your app the entire time. Mm-hmm. You can begin plugging things into it. It is as soon as you put a feature in it and you can actually text the app to your phone and you can see what it's going to look like. This is long before the publishing. It's a really, really neat feature. And some church app providers, they don't really give you the opportunity to like see the app. You have to make the actual change before you can see what it looks like. Yeah. We've created an environment where all of that can be done. It's a big sandbox for you. To take a look at what you're putting in your app. So all that to say, you can take as much time as you need to build it out, getting it looking, feeling, doing all the things that you want it to. And then when it comes to publishing, it's a pretty straightforward process. Again, I mentioned just a moment ago, the things like Apple developer accounts and all of that. Let's assume we've done that piece. Yeah. And then the publishing side of things, we will handhold them with that experience as well. The good news is if they already have an Apple app inside of the App Store for their church, we're literally just pushing an update.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
It doesn't matter if you're using PushPay or Subsplash, Tidely, you name it. As soon as we publish, it will just update that current app. Now the churchgoer will, they will accept the update and those kind of things on their side, but there's really no heavy lifting for the church to get that message out in terms of getting that app updated. On the Android side of things, there's a few extra steps that we have to do, but nothing that's would change somebody's decision. It's really not that difficult. The one thing that SecureGive is doing when it comes to enrolling for one of our church apps is we are really driving, well, I'll go as far as say it's going to be a requirement for a church to complete Benevity. All right. Benevity is, it's a registration with Apple. It's sort of this third party component of Apple that really is just a verification place to say, yes, we are a church. The funds that we receive or for the work we're doing, connecting the 501c3 dot, all of that. So Benevity is really where a lot of our infrastructure is going to be built off of. And what this will ultimately do, think about V1 sort of being what churches can use this fall. And as we put more features and more capability into this app, it's going to make the payment and the giving experience really, really clean. By go ahead and handling this Benevity piece, all the Apple Pay components and all of those things that really give a seamless giving opportunity to a churchgoer, we want to handle that on the front end. So that's going to be another piece too. Okay. They can just expect us to be. So when they hear Benevity and we're talking about Benevity, that's what that is. It's really donation based. But yeah, I mean, all in all, the process will be very painless. The good news is if an app were to get rejected for some reason upon the submission of it, no worries. We will handle that with Apple. The church doesn't need to really do anything there. Maybe we come back and ask for a piece of information or something, but the actual back and forthing with Apple we'll do on their behalf. So we really think we have an amazing transition process already in place. And to you, the church, we anticipated that we needed to have a pretty good process as we roll this out, because our hope is that many of you out there would be interested in this, but we understand it's one thing to want to do it, it's another thing to transition to it. So so that's the gist of it. I will preview real quickly something that we're going to go into next week in great detail. But one other attribute of this app that wasn't mentioned last week and up to this point is every SecureGive Church app will come with a PWA, which is a progressive web app. And I'll explain, the specifics of that next week. But for you, the church, just know that that's basically it's a website that services as an app. So you'll have a native app to the phone, and then you'll sort of have this website that you get to leverage. And I'll show you some really cool ways to do that next week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so great. I'm excited. So all of this, like I said, we are sharing in our video event that is coming up. So if you're interested, all you have to do is just register. We will include a link in the email that you received. And then also, if you're watching from YouTube, click the link that's in the comment box. We're excited to see you there.
See you guys.